And if you can just get that in your system, it can change your life.
Hello world, it's me again. It's the Don, the Senator Smooth and Rude, coming to you live from the 75Y, cause we global, baby, yeah. This the Mansion in the Sky podcast where we build the land while we drive it. The goal and the aim here is to strive to become envious, which is unconquerable and influential in every single aspect of our lives. Here at the mansion, we learn lessons from current events, either global and or local, and apply it while we stay in the mix about technology and health in a cold, calculated, and ever so changing world. So anti-heroes and envious ones, I got my coffee. I don't have no smokes because this is day 11 and no tobacco. Welcome to the mansion. Sorry that I haven't been here with you guys in a couple of days. My schedule changed. But this is not a habit that I want to continue to make. This is not the path that I want to go down. I want to continue to stay consistent and provide everybody with high quality content, because that's what we do. Because I feel like what we do over here at the mansion is extremely important to everybody who's inside of our envious culture and community. So guys, I have a couple of things I want to talk about. I'm trying to keep this one short because I do have some important things that I need to get to tomorrow or later on today, because this is a late night, early morning session. But I'm just going to go into it because if you guys know the show, then you know how you understand the order of the show. So let's go straight into the isms. Live your truth even if it's a lie. Live your truth even if it's a lie. This one is difficult for me because I don't believe that the truth that I'm living is a lie. I wholeheartedly, 300%, even more than 92, which is 100%, don't believe that the truth I'm living is a lie. But at the same time, a lot of the ways that some of these people are living, their life is a whole lie, whole fib, fiction, novel. That's why a lot of people, they gotta check in to Alcohol Anonymous meetings, or check in or be checked into rehab facilities, or get checked into or sign up for the 3 hots and a cot vacation package, jail. Because they're living the truth. A lot of times the truth is a lie. They think there's something that they're not. Or they're shooting and aiming for something that isn't attainable to them. See, over here at the mansion, we tell you shoot high. Shoot high as you can. Aim. Cock it. Blast. That's cool. But make sure that what you're aiming, you're shooting for is attainable and within reason. See, that's not what we do. That's not what we do over here. That's not what we teach over here. That's not what we're striving. Those are not the type of people that we're trying to build and create over here. We're trying to create people who are crazy enough to dream big, enormously, to the point where it makes you damn near piss your pants. But at the same time, we are working to create and help refine and build people over here at the mansion. People who are realistic. Okay? Now, this ism ties into the first topic of the day. And I should have went ahead and at least ran you guys through the topic. So I won't stop doing that. because I do need to keep giving you guys the topics that I'm gonna go over, because that's gonna keep you interested in the show. Because you can be like, I want to stay or I want to go. It's so much content out there, and I'm not mad if you want to leave and go listen to something else. Because honestly, the first topic today, we'll be talking about the attacker and the hit that was put out on Dave Chappelle. Now, I'm not gonna go too deep into it, because I feel like there are other better videos out there that have my same talking point. Because truly and honestly, I did get my talking point from my uncle, Coach Greg Adams. So that's why I don't want to really go into it too much, but I do want to give my opinion on it. I do believe that, like my aunt said, that was a hit. I believe that was a hit piece on the king of the truth tellers. He the king of the truth tellers. Dave Chappelle is. If Dave Chappelle can make fun of your whatever it is, it has become normalized. It has become a part of the American lexicon. If you've made it that far that Dave Chappelle writes you into a joke, you have become something. You are something. It should be an honor to be made fun of by Dave Chappelle. You know, like I say, I wasn't born in the hood. Well, I was born in the hood, but I'm not of the hood. But I was raised around a lot of hood niggatry, let's just say. And a lot of times, niggas don't make fun of you unless a little portion of them fucks with you. A little portion. You know what I mean? It's kind of hard to tell, especially if you're an outsider and you don't get it. But if niggas not talking about you, they don't really give a fuck about you. But at the same time, they could be roasting the shit out of you and have the same feelings about you. As in, they don't give a fuck about you. But if Dave Chappelle is talking about you, that means that in some way, shape, or form, maybe your plight, maybe your issues, whatever it is, it's of some importance. Everything's not gonna be perfect. It's not gonna be a perfect utopia. But I say, live your truth, even if it's a lie. It's just like this attacker who put out this. I know he didn't put out the hit on Dave Chappelle, but whoever's behind this hit on Chapelle, shit's wild. This shit's wild, for real. So, to round out the isms, live your truth, even if it's a lie. I don't tell you to lie, but apparently you can work all your life, become successful, famous, work your way from out of the trenches to being a world-renowned name in a highly secured place, and somebody can run up on stage and just attack you. Okay? I mean, the shit's absolutely ridiculous. For real. The shit is ridiculous, man. The fact that people can just do that. I mean, they did the same thing to Malcolm X, except they got Malcolm X up out of here. This guy, on the other hand, who did this, was just not, he just wasn't cut out for this. He wasn't an assassin. That was a suicide bombing that went wrong up on that stage. And they fucked that man up. All right, before I scroll into the first topic, I do got to give you guys the word of the day, because the word of the day ties into the first topic. If the computer will allow the RAM to clean up and work in the way that it needs to work, so we can go ahead and get into this masterclass that I'm finna give you guys, because I'm the only one who can do that, because I know how to do that, because I've given other people the formula on how to conduct masterclasses. And that's just what we do over here. All right, come on. All right, word of the day: NPC, aka non-playable character. Non-player character, non-playable character. I like non-playable character. All right, so this is really a spin-off of um characters off of video game lingo. Like if you ever played RPG, you run into maybe like a character like someone who helps you throughout your journey or something like that. Like they're there with you, they help you, but you can't play them. They're a non-playable character, but they are a major portion of the game. Now, yeah, play on video games, non-player character mixed with a play on the simulation hypothesis. Now, the highlight when we use NPCs is a NPC is seemingly a human that is unable to think objectively. I mean, that's just the day and times that we live in, man. Because like something that I notice is like when I'm on YouTube, right? Like I watch YouTube more than I watch anything. After a while, all the videos start to funnel in. Like they start to recycle the same type of videos and show me the videos in the same type of lane. And I'm like, yo, you guys, cause I'll be doing other things while I'm on YouTube, and I'm like, man, you guys and this damn algorithm and what y'all think I want to see is getting on my damn nerves, because y'all keep showing me the same exact videos 3 to 5 to 7 different times a day, and I don't want to see this shit. I want to see something new. I want to see something else, and I know that all these devices are listening to me, so they're gonna autocorrect themselves, because that's what they do. They just collect data and they collect data and they collect data and they collect data. And one day, my goal is to go off the grid. I will go off the grid one day, because it's just ridiculous. It's ridiculous to allow entities to have such a hold and have such a hand. Did I say hold? Have such a grip on your life and your movements. And if you literally think something, then you go to a website that you've never been to before, but you see an advertisement up there of something that you were just thinking. You didn't even say it. You didn't write it. You didn't draw a picture of it. It just shows up. That's how much of a grip that these Androids, the iPhones are Androids as well. And the reason I say the iPhones are Androids too is because with these devices in our hands, they turn us into androids. Yeah, we can manipulate a large amount of things, objects, people, places, things, ideas with these computers in our hands. So in a sense, we are the first models of humanoids, of androids, with these phones right here, man. Yeah. We've been living in the robot era for a minute, the humanoid era for a minute. We're the first. You know what I mean? Interesting time. It's been a lot of fun, but at some point the shit gets annoying, and it's at the point where it's annoying because you can't turn the shit off. They won't allow you to turn it off because they want control. I don't That's not what this is about over here. See, my channel is not about my channel, my message, my following. We're not about, giving it to the fucking man and, power against the man. Nah, we not about that, man. Maybe if you would have hollered at me maybe 10 years ago. Well, not even 10 years ago. I'd say about 12 years ago. You know this. When I was at HU. That. Now, I'm about getting some money. Get yourself in your career that you want to do. And live life on your own lease. On your own terms. And to the powers that be. Because eventually you guys are going to catch wind of this. Just like you catch wind of every other video with a head that has a little bit of flavor and a little bit of influence that does actually influence and change people's voices. That's why the big homie, the OG, King David, had an assassination attempt put out on his life today. Or not today, not yesterday, but day before. A failed assassination attempt on his life. Because he's the king truth teller. When he talks, his voice rings bells. It just does. People always feel some type of way. But it shouldn't always be like that. So, what I got to say to that is, long live King Dave. Long live Chapelle. Long live the king of truth tellers. Long live the king of the uncancellables. You can't cancel this man. This man is... Alright, I don't know all the background stories on this man, but I can just go off of the moves that I know from the early 2000s with the Chapelle show, when he turned down that $150 million because that was outside of his asking price, and the direction of the show wouldn't have been what it was supposed to be in its origin. The fact that man turned that down, the fact that, let's say, narratives were placed out there before he could even put out a narrative saying that the man had went crazy. Tried to cancel my man back in the early 2000s. And now you bring it to today with alphabet suits. If you can't be joked on, how do you expect to be normalized? Every group of people who's accepted, and look, I know that the people who are part of alphabet soup, who matter and have power and have influence and have friends and can get away with whatever they want, not gonna care what I have to say. My voice will probably never touch their ears, and that's fine. But I'm just gonna say it as if my voice will touch their ears. If you guys want to be, if you guys ever cared for your peoples to become normalized, you gotta be able to get joked on. It's that simple. Hey, you got money, you don't care. Got it. Good. Understood. But for the greater of your people, y'all gotta have had shit talked against you. And that's where King David, long live Chapelle, the king of truth telling, comes into play. He normalizes you. People like him normalizes you. He opens up the conversation. He gives the conversation a different entry point. It's that simple, man. It's that simple. I'm not gonna go too much into it, man, but I don't even really want to watch the video. This is the guy right here. I don't even want to give any props to, not even props, but I don't even want to give any promo to this dude, cause man, he really tried to take the king out. He really tried to take the king out, and I'm just so tired of the great ones being taken out. Like, look, y'all already know that. Let me do this first, cause I know it's gonna happen. I know someone's gonna be like, but Don, all you do is tap. All you do is tap dance. So I'm just gonna go ahead and put this shit out there right now. I'm gonna go ahead and say that I really don't give a fuck. I got my tap dancer shoes on, and I'm always gonna go in and I'm gonna always tap and do what I need to do, because this, wherever I'm broadcasting from, wherever I'm coming from, it's not broadcasting from a, well, you know, it's a all black, Pan African, all niggas came from Africa, Jamaica, Caribbeans. No, that's not what it is. No. We just speak truth. I'm not gonna sit up here and say we speaking truth to power, cause nah, that's not even what this is. Nope, not at all. Cause I like my job, but I'm gonna keep doing what I do. But I like my job. I like where I work. Eventually, I would like to obtain my own freedom, independent of corporations. So I don't speak bad on them. I'm not going to speak bad on my employers. Hell no. I'll just find another corporation that's doing the same thing or has done the same thing as you and speak on them. But I'm not going to speak bad on my employers. Matter of fact, you won't even know who I'm employed by. But I'm tired. I'm just tired of what's going on nowadays. The moisturization of America, the sandy generation of people who are always in there, but I feel, or it's not fair. Life ain't fair, and it's not all about your feelings. Feelings ain't never built shit, except maybe a house of cards. That's the only thing feelings ever built was a house of cards and some Jenga blocks. That's all feelings can do for me. But I'm tired of our greats getting taken, our black greats getting taken from us, or people, organizations, powers that aren't known, powers that are known, powers that are hiding in the open, powers that are shit probably sitting in my crib. I don't know. Man, shit just sucks, man. It really sucks. It really sucks. Cause look, I'll tell you like this. I've never been a idol worshiper. I don't worship idols. I don't sit here and worship myself as if I'm something bigger than I am. None of that. So just because I say I'm not an idol worshiper does not mean that I sit here and say, "Oh my God, I'm the most sexiest, good-looking, chocolatey motherfucker of all times." Nah. But I will give praise in the proper proportion to certain individuals, and King Dave is definitely one of them. He normalizes whatever he wants to normalize. Whatever he wants to talk about becomes, if it doesn't become the norm, the conversation is had. Because he introduces a different access point to that conversation. He taps into a different feeling and paves another avenue to be able to have those conversations. And that's why I think that the beginning of the end of this country started when, now this gonna sound random, but started when these school systems started cutting out the arts. When they're trying to cut back on budgets and things like that, primarily like during COVID. Because the artisan voice is the voice of the times. The artisan is just as important as the politician or the entrepreneur or the carpenter. They're all important. The artisan spirit is the voice of the times. The artisan spirit, the artisan voice is gonna tell you and attempt to have you feeling and hearing what the hell is going on during those times. If you listen to music back in the 20s, you have like Tin Pan Alley music, which is like, they say it was created by Joplin, the guy who made Maple Leaf Rag. But who knows? Because George Gershwin was on that tip too. Except I like George Gershwin's style because it was so smooth and melodic, and the way that the melodies just flowed into. Because I mean, the melody is like, it's a sentence. You get it? But within those melodic sentences, you have motifs. And within those motifs, you have riffs. Well, riffs is, yeah, you can call them riffs, but motifs. Motifs are just smaller ideas within these sentences. And George Gershwin was off the chains with it, but Tin Pan Alley music was more. All of that jazz music was like, it was like street jazz, but it had a jump bass in the left hand. So boom, 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 boom. Whatever, man. I know the stuff. If I was talking to other musicians, they would be like, "Yeah, we got you. We get it. Matter of fact, come over here to this keyboard. We'll play something for you." But that was the soundtrack of the times. Tin Pan Alley music, that kind of jazz music, the George Gershwin mixture between the jazz and the classical music that came together, that was so beautiful, so smooth. So elegant. We came from somebody who lived such a harsh life to create something so beautiful. Had been betrayed so many times. Who had experienced the lows and the highs of what that time had to go through. So that brings me all the way up to current times of what's going on now that they want to take another great. And in the grand scheme of things, I get it. It's all about control. As we've always have uncovered with almost every single topic that we've ever done on this show, especially the technology topics. What is the current, not the current, but the common theme? It's about control. It's about bringing you back. It's about plugging you in. It's about essentially how many of these NPCs, non-playable characters, can we hook up, plug in, and now turn them into playable characters. But we play on the way that we want to. This, ladies and gentlemen, for me, is the freedom part that I'm trying to work on. I'm not trying to or have a desire to want to go against the system. I don't care. I don't care. I don't. It's never been anything that I have a desire to do. I don't care. I don't care if aliens from the sixth dimension say, hey, we're going to go against the system and you don't have a choice. I'm going to tell them no. That's not why I was put here. I was not put here for that. Just think it's not illegal yet. And somebody somewhere is working on a way to make thinking illegal. So I'm disappointed, man. I'm disappointed that they really tried to take Dave out. I'm disappointed because this is telling of the times. Now, I'm already past a talking point that I already took from my aunt. That talking point was this was an assassination attempt. But now, my own talking point that's stemming from this is just telling of the times and what's going on. That, once again, we as a society is just getting way too comfortable with each other to the point where we can go up on stage and try to tackle people, and I'm just not feeling it, man. I'm not feeling it. At this point, y'all can go ahead and make y'all holograms, man. Go ahead, cause I don't need any of my uncles getting hurt behind no dumb shit. I don't need that. I don't need that, man. Behind no scrubs. Like, I'm pretty sure y'all all seen the pictures of how dude looked. Man, they severed dude's shoulder. His shoulder was floating in his meat, and his arm was turned upside down. Man, they almost killed that dude. They almost killed that dude. All right. And then now last topic of the day. Well, actually not last topic just yet. We'll do this one. But yeah, I just wanted y'all to know that it is what it is. I'm gonna tap. I don't care. And that's just what it is. That's just what it's gonna be. All right. So, me personally, I have used TurboTax the last few years. It's worked for me. Yes, they have asked me to for my money, and I've given it to them, and I haven't had any issues. I mean, I didn't want to pay however much they were asking for, but I always received my money um, in a relatively decent amount of time. So I, I mean, if they if if they settled, then go ahead, run me my check. But let's go in. All right. TurboTax ordered to pay former customers $141 million for allegedly steering them away from using free tax services. All right, this is coming to us through GhanaMMA.com. And this article's been all over all day. So I know that this article is valid. Excuse me. Although income tax filing season is officially over, leading tax preparing company TurboTax is at the center of new headlines due to a massive amount of money they must pay former customers following a recent court order. TurboTax must pay over $140 million to low-income customers for allegedly directing them to use free tax filing services that were available. Hey, I mean, I get it. They fucked up. They I gotta stop cursing. I gotta stop using profanity because I do not want this channel to be known for that. I don't want this channel to be known for profanity at all. Very sparingly. All right, CNN News reports due to and I just want to say, man, that when you do wrong, wrong comes back to you. Because I can safely say that everybody believes in karma. Everybody believes in or good karma, bad karma. You do bad or good, whatever this one was, then it comes back to you. You do whatever, that comes back to you as well. So, I mean, hey, I don't think they were just doing good by people, and then it just so happened that they had to settle for this amount of money, and now they're gonna be paying me back. All right, so they've been ordered to pay a jaw-dropping $141 million settlement with all 50 states because the company allegedly steered millions of its low-income customers away from free tax filing services throughout a 2-year period. Those who filed taxes with the TurboTax Freedom Edition between the years of 2016 and through 2018 receive a check via USPS for approximately $30 for every year they were charged when they were able to use free services instead. In response to the settlement terms, TurboTax, via statement, admitted no wrongdoing and that the company is clear and fair with its customers, including with the nearly 100 million Americans who filed their taxes free of charge with our products over the last 8 years. More than all other tax prep software companies combined, reportedly an estimated 4.1 million customers were unfairly charged. The investigation was initiated by New York Attorney General Letitia James after the company was accused of turning eligible customers away from federally supported tax filing products by making them difficult to find in internet searches and instead directing them toward the paid version of the company's tax services. Well, see, they get what they deserve. Speaking on the multi-million-dollar judgment, James said Intuit cheated millions of low-income Americans out of free tax filing services they were entitled to. For years, Intuit misled the most vulnerable among us to make a profit. Today, every state in the nation is holding Intuit accountable for scamming millions of taxpayers, and we're putting millions of dollars back into the pockets of impacted Americans. Yep, it's fucked up. That's definitely fucked up. Cause everybody already pays tax for everything. So when you're already not getting money like that, and then you have people who are just scheming on getting you to put more money back into their pot in their pocket, man, it's discouraging, man. It really is. It makes you just want to say fuck everything, you know. All right, let's go into this next one. All right, I'm going to provoke the fair use clause. Soon I will be making my own fair use warning. So when I do decide to put it up on different platforms. Um, I'll be covered. That's the name of the game when it comes to content, is to be covered and no parameters, and sometimes take a risk. But always create your own. You can never go wrong with creating your own. The original is always better than the copy, or the original's always better than the reaction. If you get my drift, cause like, I mean, hey, that's in reality what my channel has so far been, or this podcast and these messages have essentially been kind of like reviews, reactions. But I'm always in the business of teaching lessons and helping. So let's go. And first of all, this is the title of this is coming. First of all, it's coming to us through Newsweek.com. Dystopian future here. Internet unnerved by renters living in 8-foot pods, and this reminded me of the second episode in Black Mirror, which was creepy. At least the title. I haven't read anything into it.
A Hong Kong company is bringing Wi-Fi enabled capsule rooms to travelers and university students in a space-starved city paying high rents and even higher hotel rates. Styled after low-cost Japanese capsule guest houses, the enclosed pods with areas slightly larger than a twin bed are stacked in cupboard formation, complete with air conditioning, light switches, computer tables, and power outlets. Eric Wong, managing director of capsule bed manufacturer Galaxy Stars HK, explained that their glowing space-themed showroom can be pieced together in just a matter of days. Wong said he designed the pods himself to fit Hong Kong specifications and expects his main customers to be guest houses and tourists visiting the city short term, which had an average hotel room rate of $150 a night in 2010.
It's crazy, man. People will really be living in this. What's the reason? Man. Right now, a person could expect the rent to be just over $1,000 for each month for a studio, $1,295 for a 2-bedroom, more than $1,800 a month for a 4-bedroom apartment. So they're trying to make living more affordable.
He said about a dozen local students had expressed interest in a capsule college dormitory near campus, offering pods for $450 a month. Hong Kong's university students are affected by a severe lack of space in university housing, but some students say the coffin-like feel of the capsules may not be practical as long-term homes for students. Zhao Lu is a master's student living in a campus dormitory, which are nearly unattainable in Hong Kong due to long waiting lists and tough entrance requirements.
Besides, the most important thing is that the rent is not too high because we only need to pay about 1,300 approximately per month. But you know that the competition for...
So soon it'll be over here. If it's not over here already, in the underground way and sense, it'll be over here. Because typically the trends will start over in China. At least when it comes to technology, a lot of things will start over there. And, not just necessarily China, but Asia. And then migrate over here to the U.S. When it comes to culture, like entertainment, then it'll be the blacks. So the African American blacks are the most influential entertainers in the world. We are. But when it comes to the technology, the Asians got it. They got it. And then Silicon Valleys and scientists and those things of that nature. They got that. But I'm gonna go ahead and end this. I'm gonna cut this one short. But I did want to give you guys something. Cause I got a final tomorrow. I'm just a little disappointed that I couldn't. I'm not gonna say I couldn't, but I didn't get a hold of my schedule the way that I would have liked to get a hold of it. So I could have did what I needed to do as far as shooting was concerned. I'm really disappointed about that because I don't want to miss any days of this. I don't. Because I feel like what I'm doing is important. Not I feel, but I think and I know that what I'm doing is very, very important. And something and somebody out there needs what I have to offer. So I'm going to continue to do what I'm doing. Okay? Alright, so today's show, first things first is, the word of the day was NPCs, non-playable characters. Non-playable characters are people that can be plugged in to the matrix, to life. They don't think for themselves. They're the people that you have to tell, think, because it's not illegal yet. That, the word of the day, oh yeah, isms. The isms, the isms, the isms, the isms, the isms, the isms. Live your truth even though it's a lie. I mean, that just, it ties all into NPCs, man. Non-playable characters. A lot of people out here, they're living their truth, but it may be a lie. And the lie may be something that has nothing to do with what you have to do. But when it comes to the King David, Dave Chapelle, the king of the truth tellers, the uncancelable one, however you want to say that, and you put a hit on his life, a failed assassination attempt, it's sick, man. Only person that could have did that was an NPC, a non-playable character. But that's just my opinion. Alright, after that, now we're rolling right into the first topic, of course, like I said. Just my thoughts on the Chapelle situation. We didn't give any hype, any promo to the guy. I'm not even gonna say his name up here because he don't deserve it. Then after that, then we roll straight into TurboTax, allegedly scamming hundreds of thousands, perhaps even millions of people out of money. Not even false advertising, but steering them in a different direction and not lying. Omission by truth. So basically, Dave's saying, hey, look, we have these services available, but leaving out the fact that they had a free service that people could have used because, I mean, hey, it's all about money. It's just like the show that I am gonna do. I know I say this all the damn time, but I mean this. I am gonna definitely do another show on the tobacco curse because there's so many lessons from that. And once again, it's all about the money. There's too many damn people in this world for these people to care. Okay? So, if you think that's the case, it's not. It's about that bread. It's about that money. It's about that bag. It's about that vault. So, they're going to continue, like, with the tobacco curse, menthol cigarettes, for example. They're going to continue to make these menthol cigarettes until a ban is placed, which it may never happen because they're going to fight it tooth and nail to the end. But they're going to continue to make menthol cigarettes. They're going to continue to market them towards, at, around, to, through, from one to another, to black people primarily, but minorities, as in people, other people of colors and foreign tongues and dialects and of descent. They're going to continue to do that. It's just like with this. They got to get their money. So, as a capitalistic thinking person, it makes sense. But it ain't right. And that's where the ism for today derives from. Hey, I told y'all, this the home of the anti-heroes. A lot of things are gonna be said over here that everybody's not gonna agree with. But hey, you live your truth even if it is a lie. And then we ended out the show with the dystopian future here. Internet unnerved by renters living in 8-foot pods. It's happening. There's a lot of people on this planet. Birth rates are going down, but maybe eventually birth rates will go up. But with that being the case or not being the case, inflation is here, driving prices up. People don't want houses anymore. Rent's going through the sky. It's a different day. It's a different age. A lot of people are living in their RVs and in mobile homes and things like that. Or a lot of people are homeless, but they got money, so they couch surfing like Elon Musk and Kanye. Kanye's, as far as I'm concerned, said it first. But I think Kanye got that idea from Elon, because Elon Musk lived that way. But you got so much money, you can live and do what you want to do and go where you want to go. And they say because that they wanted their network to be so strong that they can go anywhere and have a place to stay, which is cool. I think that's a fun way to live. I think that's a really fun way to live life. A really, really fun way to live life. But right now I can't do that because I have to be everything. So I need what I need. I can't do that. But this is a very interesting topic. I need some sleep. So I'm gonna go ahead and end this out today. I love what I do. I do what I love. And you should too. Cause this the Don, the Senator of Smooth and Rude, coming to you live from the 7-5. Why? Cause we global, baby. Yeah. And this is the Mansion in the Sky podcast, where we build the land while we drive it. The goal is always to become envious, which is unconquerable and influential in every single aspect of our lives. So, till next episode, signal out.